Yeah, welcome to Late Night with Bridget and Holly, and I'm your host, Holly.
And I'm your host, Bridget.
And tonight we're going to do a top 10 of dog breeds that we would and would not get or own. So, y'all all know my babies and Bridget. She's got Ruru, she's got her grand doggy Riggs. I've got our lab Charlie. We got a Maltese named Sadie and a Maltipoo named Gracie. So we're just gonna go over just some of the breeds that we like a lot and ones that we wouldn't get, and we're gonna tell you why. So we're gonna start off with Bridget, but before, huh?
Go ahead.
But before we start off with our podcast, we want y'all to make sure you click the link or make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell so you can get new episodes every Tuesday, every Friday. And also, any podcast that you're on, Spotify, Apple, Google, you name it, we're on there. So not only can you catch us on YouTube, but you can catch us on the podcast when you're washing dishes, having your lunch break, or just simply bored out your mind. So with that being said, we're going to start this off with Bridget.
You ain't gonna like me when we're done with this.
Why?
You just ain't gonna like me when we're done with this. When I name the breeds I would not own, you're not gonna like me.
We're going to see if we got any in common. I'd like to know that. That'd be funny.
So
You
what do you want to
probably
start
got
with?
like Maltipoo or Maltese on there.
So what would which one we're gonna start with? What we wouldn't or would own?
We're going to start with what we wouldn't own. You name your top 5 and why. Then I'll name my top 5 and why. And then you'll name your other 5 and I'll name mine.
Okay. Maltese or Maltipoo, number 1.
Uh-huh.
A Shih Tzu, a Pug, a Frenchie, or a Lhasa Apso.
Okay, now why don't you like any of those breeds?
Well, the Frenchie, and I don't like anything that has a squished face. I don't like the squished faces. So
Maltese and Maltipoos don't have squish faces.
well, hold on, I'm not there yet. So that's the reason I wouldn't do the Frenchie and the Pug.
Gotcha.
And I just think the Lhasa Apso, the Shih Tzu, the Maltese or the Maltipoos, they look like just a dirty mop.
Uh-huh.
They're just
You telling the truth about that, because if I don't get my girls groomed and get them fluffed and looking all cute, they look like they been rode hard and like or put away wet, because they do look like mops.
Had been groomed, even when they're groomed and they're fresh, clean. I don't know. I just don't think they're cute dogs.
Mine don't. Somebody ain't grooming them dogs right, because when you get a Maltese and a Maltipoo groomed, they literally look like a big poofy fucking cotton ball. And I know that for a reason, because when I took Gracie one time, they had a new groomer, and I'm like, she still looks like a mop. She's not fluffed at all. And so I called my grooming lady, because God, I've been going to her since I was 20 years old, and I'm 44 now. So that's 24 years I've been taking my dogs there and giving her my business. And she had me bring her back, so they could redo her bath and everything. And she looked like a poofy cotton ball. So it's really on if you truly know how to groom those dogs.
I just don't think they're cute dogs. I don't know why. I don't mean to hurt your feelings. I know that's your dog.
Oh no, it don't hurt my feelings, because everybody's got their own type.
Yeah, I just don't. I even think when they've just been groomed, I just don't think they're cute dogs. I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, them was my babies. Them was my babies.
But like you said, it's about just, like we're gonna name dog breeds on here that some people love that we don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like some people like large dogs. Some people like. I never was a small dog person until I got Gracie. But I had always wanted a little dog. But I was more just like a kind of big, medium, dog. Not very large, but just kind of your average size.
I figured you'd be like, bitch, you don't like my dog.
No, because I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Like, wifey, Heather, she's got Stella and she's got Layla. She got Layla first. And Layla, she rescued Layla, and she is a pit bull. I love pit bulls, but Layla and Heather, I tell you, she's very, very aggressive. She can't be around anybody. And I'll never
Mm-hmm.
forget when I went to Heather's house one night. And when I walked in the door, Heather's like, just say, hey, Layla. And I shouldn't have done that because Jason's like, you never approach a dog like that. When I tell you that this dog come towards me with her teeth rearing, about to bite me, Heather
Mm.
had to throw her phone down and grab Layla by her collar to keep her from attacking
Ooh.
me. But
Ooh.
Layla also was abused. She was hit in
Right.
the head with pots and pans and
Oh.
things like that. So she's got a lot of problems
Right.
um and stuff like that. And so I don't hate her dog, but I don't care for her. Now I've met Stella, and Stella's very lovable. She likes to jump
Yeah.
and play and stuff like that. So it's to each its own is what I like to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just didn't want you to get your feelings hurt because you'll send me pictures and be like, "Ain't she cute?" And I'm like, "Mm." I'll be thinking to myself,
Well, I mean, don't tell me yes you don't think she's cute then, because you're like, oh, she's adorable. Like, don't be fake with me. Just be like, don't send me pictures of your damn dog, bitch.
"I want you to send pictures," and I think
I
she
ain't sending
is.
you no more pictures of Gracie.
She
I want
is.
you to tell me she's cute when she ain't. I mean, that's just I'm wasting your time. Really?
I think she's cute for you. I say that
Oh,
for you because
bullshit. Bullshit.
I know you're thinking her adorable, and I'm like, oh, she's so cute because I
Yeah,
know
because
you're
Bridget's
thinking
like,
that.
oh, she's adorable. Da, 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 da. And the whole time this bitch is like, oh, she's ugly as fuck. It's
Nah.
okay, Grace. We won't send Aunt Bridget any more pictures of you, okay? It's okay.
Oh, okay. So you want to go 5 of yours now?
Okay, so my top 5 out of the 10 that I got, I would not get a greyhound, a chihuahua, a Brazili, a pug, or a poodle.
Okay. Why not the pug and poodle for you?
So I don't like the way their faces look because they
Uh-huh.
are smashed in. That's why I was like, Gracie and his face, they're not smashed in. But I don't know. They stink. They fart a lot. Like I've known people who have nothing but pug dogs and they're nasty. They stink. Um, I'm not big on poodles. Now, my boss, he had a poodle named Athena, and I would get a poodle like her. She was
Mm-hmm.
absolutely adorable. But these big tall poodles where they
Mm-hmm.
like cut their hair and they got like this ball here and in their shape. No. I wouldn't get a greyhound
Mm-hmm.
because this is my thing. A lot of the dogs that are on my list are very large breed dogs.
Mm.
They don't live but like 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put myself through that heartache knowing that that dog's only going to be here just for a couple of years, because the larger the
Yeah.
breed, the less they live, because
Yeah.
that's a lot of wear and tear, on their heart.
Mm-hmm.
A Chihuahua, I don't like Chihuahuas. I've met one Chihuahua. My friend Jessica has. Her name is Coco,
Mm-hmm.
and is it Coco or Co? She calls her Co, but I think it's Coco. And she is friendly, but most other Chihuahuas I have met, they are ankle biters. They want to attack you,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, I wouldn't buy a Chihuahua.
You know, it's
Um,
interesting you say that because Brittany will tell you, she'll say, I will, as she's a vet tech, y'all. She'll say, I will mess with a pit bull all day long, but a chihuahua is the most aggressive dog that comes into the clinic.
they are, and they're very, very territorial, and a lot of dogs are territorial, but these dogs are just, I don't know, like, mm-mm. And yeah, so that's my top 5. I'm not downing anybody who has a Chihuahua. I just would not
Well, see,
own one.
I wasn't down anybody that had a cute little Maltese either, but
Next,
oh,
yeah, she's
okay.
supposed to be my best friend. It's supposed to be my dog's godmommy.
That's why I tell you she's cute when I really don't think she is.
That's why I say you ain't getting no more pictures of her either. No, if
Okay.
you see a picture of her, you'll just happen to be on my TikTok or Instagram and be like, oh, let me just scroll on past it, not even put a like on her ugly ass dog.
She's not ugly. Okay, so anyhow, the my next five is my next five is a poodle, a golden doodle, a Pekingese, a bulldog, or a Shar
Bridget, that is funny. We do have quite a few.
hmm
Real quick, sorry y'all. I know we're in the middle of the podcast, but I gotta do this. Tell me your top five again. What did you name on your top five?
that I don't like:
The first five, yeah.
Maltese, Shih Tzu, a pug, a Frenchie, and a Lhasa Apso.
Okay, so we had the pug, and then on this one you named a poodle.
A golden doodle, a
Uh,
Pekingese, a bulldog, and the Shar
okay, I do have a Pekingese down. So out of all of that, we had three alike. So that's pretty neat. But go ahead.
But the main reason I don't like the Pekingese, the pug, the Frenchie, the bulldog, or the Shar is those squished faces. And the Shar is
Uh,
not squished, but it's real wrinkly. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to lift up its skin to see its eyes and stuff.
Now I have always wanted a Shar or used to want a Shar because I like their fat rolls and I
Mm-hmm.
love the wrinkles. But when I found out that they keep yeast infections and you constantly
Yes.
have to lift their rolls and clean them,
Uh-huh.
I didn't want that responsibility. Like, I think they're cute as shit, but then
Yeah.
you see some Shar like I've seen really, really cute Shar and I've seen really, really ugly Shar because
Mm-hmm.
their faces is like sinking down and they look mad and mean
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. But then you see some that are really, really cute. But I don't want that responsibility of having to clean in between their fat rolls.
Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't
Mm-mm.
want that either. Mm-mm.
I don't blame you there.
So what's your next top five?
Airedale Terrier. I have
Arendelle,
Pekingese.
where are you getting these names of these dogs? You said one a minute ago I've never heard of. Started with a B.
The Borzoi. They're more like these fancy, like big breed dogs that like you can see in like those dog shows and stuff.
Oh,
And they're really large, and I don't think they're attractive dogs at all. I did have Pekingese. I don't like Pekingese. I don't know. Like I've seen again some cute Pekingese. It's not that I don't like the breed. It's just not one of my favorite breeds, and it's
right,
not one that I care to own. So I don't really have anything bad to say about the Pekingese.
right.
And same with a Pomeranian. Pomeranians are really cute. They're
I'm
fluffy as
sorry.
fuck.
What did you say?
A Pomeranian, but I like Tammy. They have one name. His name was Beaver. That's what they named him. His name was Beaver. And but I think he was mixed. He was Pomeranian and something else. But he was cute. And then I wouldn't get an American Eskimo. I wouldn't get a Afghan hound and anything hairless. I would
Hellas.
not get anything hairless.
Hellas?
Hairless.
Oh, hairless. Oh, okay.
Any dog that is hairless, I would not get a hairless dog.
I love the way you say Pomeranian.
Well, Pomeranian.
Pomeranian? Is that what you said? Pomeranian?
Pomeranian.
It's a M. Pomeranian.
Oh, girl, I've been saying I ain't no changing me now. I've been saying that for
For
44
years.
years. Yeah,
Pomeranian.
yeah.
I
I always
called
say
it and
Pomeranian.
I thought that's cute as hell. I
I
got
don't know why I make up my own language. I do, and then when I hear the correct way,
yeah.
I
It
can't
don't sound
change in
right.
my brain. It
Yeah, it don't
don't
sound
like
right. Uh-uh.
Pomeranian. It's like
Yeah.
po- Pomeranian. See, I
Yes.
sound stupid. Pomeranian.
But see,
Say it.
that's the way that's Pomeranian.
Pomeranian. See, I feel
Yeah.
like it should be Pomeranian.
Pomeranian. You
I
sound
need
like
a
Mr.
book.
Ronnie. He does that. He makes up his own words too. Don't feel bad. He calls it a water mosquiskin.
A water mosquito. Oh my
Yeah.
god. No, I like his little slangs for Taco Bell.
Yeah.
What is the chalupa? He calls it
Oh,
the what?
he calls it a chupalupa.
Chupalupa. But I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds better than a chalupa.
Yeah,
Like
he'll go
next
up
time
there.
I go to Taco Bell, I'm gonna tell him I want
Chupalupa.
a
He
chupalupa.
would literally drive up to where, yeah, I want a chicken chupalupa.
I mean, they're like, what, sir?
They always say, okay, and Like, ain't nobody in there catching that. Like,
Oh my God! So they don't even question it.
no, not they've never questioned it at the drive-thru. I
That's
guess they know what
hilarious.
he's talking about, but I'm sure that off the microphone there, and they're going, "Jambalaya."
We got Mr. Triple up here again.
Kills me
That
with
is
it.
hilarious.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Bridget,
That is
I want to ask you: would you own a hairless dog? Like, what? I want to
no,
know what your
no.
take is on hairless cats and hairless dogs.
I think they're ugly as fuck.
They are. They
Yeah.
are.
I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings if y'all own one. Listen, just
Yeah.
like I just told
Sorry.
Holly. And Holly, when I tell you she's cute, I'm saying it's cute because she's laying with you, or she's cute because she's loving on you, or she's cute because she's with you. I'm not saying she's cute because she really be cute. When you say, just like if I send you a picture of Ruger laying beside me, you go, "Oh, that's so cute." If you go back and read, that's adorable. I'll say that, not her. It's that's adorable.
You have said she's adorable before. You
Oh,
like,
I
oh,
have.
she's adorable.
Oh, it's
Well,
because
damn,
I didn't want.
what'd you think of the picture I seen you, Charlie, when I was on the
I
shooter
love
today?
Charlie. I love Charlie. But he's a
Okay.
lab. He's a lab. I like labs.
Labs hold a special place in my heart. They really do.
Exactly. They
You
are
know, growing up,
precious.
Bridget, not gonna lie, like growing up, we always had chows or lambs. Those were the two top breeds that we always just what we grew up with. And I think
Yeah.
that's why chows and lambs hold a special place in my heart. That was another breed that I forgot to put down was chows.
So Gracie's a Maltese or Maltipoo, right?
Yeah, so she's a mixture of course, a Maltese and a poodle. Now, Sadie is full blown Maltese.
Mm.
But
So,
the lady we got them from, she breeds really fucking tiny dogs.
mm-hmm,
So if you look at Gracie and Sadie, they don't look like your average Maltese or Maltipoo. Because first of all, Gracie is like not even the size of a 12-inch sub from Subway.
mm-hmm,
Sadie is a little bit bigger than Gracie, but
mm-hmm,
if you pull up those two types of dogs, like I don't know, like they don't quite look how they're supposed to. But this
mm-hmm.
woman breeds especially like awkwardly tiny dogs. I've never seen anybody breed dogs that tiny.
I wonder how she does that. How does she get some that little?
I don't know because when I took Gracie to the vet, my vet even told me he was like, "She's a Maltipoo." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I mean, I can tell she's Maltipoo, but she's so tiny."
Yeah.
And he done, and he even drew blood and stuff on her. Just make sure, 'cause, that was $800 dog. And he was like, "Well, she is very rare." She said she's a rare Maltipoo. He said because they don't usually get that size. They get or stay that size. They get bigger. And the most she's ever weighed is 4.1 pounds.
You trying to pump her up so I'll say she's cute?
I guess so.
I do like Charlie though. You can send me pictures of Charlie.
I
He's cute.
reckon.
Okay, so I told you when we started this, I said you ain't gonna like what I have to tell you.
Well, I knew though when you said, I was like, yeah, she's gonna name Maltese, Maltipoos. She's gonna put those on there.
Yeah, I just don't care for any kind of poodle. Mixed poodles, golden doodles, none of the poodles. I'd never have liked a poodle. So let's go to the top 10 dogs we would own. Okay, so I'm gonna name my top 5, and then you can name your top 5 if you have
Okay.
top 5. Okay, so my first number 1, pit bull. I love them because they're lap dogs, they're cuddlers, they're loving, they are just super great dogs. My second would be a lab. They're intelligent and easy to train. Now, you got to
God, they
admit,
are.
Charlie's probably really intelligent and was
I,
easy to train, wasn't he?
yeah, he can still be a little rambunctious, but yeah, Jason. Out of all of our labs though that we had,
Mm-hmm.
Bailey was like trained to a T. Like
Right.
Bailey was so trained, you would go, and she would know what to do.
Right.
Like you didn't have to say any words to her. You could
That's
snap,
good.
and
Yeah.
she would know to either see it. Like you'd be like, and it was like this look that you give her, and she would know to see it, or you stick your hand out, snap and stick your hand out, and she knew to give you power. You'd be like, and move your finger down, and she would lay down. Like
She
she was.
basically knew body language then.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
Charlie, I will have to say Charlie is not as trained as Bailey, but that's because Jason didn't train him
Mm-hmm.
and do all that with him. But
And
he
Charlie is
is,
Bailey's son, right?
yes. So I'm
Oh,
glad that we kept one from her litter.
yeah.
But
S-
he is trained good though. Like Jason can say kennel up and he'll know to go to his room, and if
Mm-hmm.
Charlie does something wrong, he'll snap at him and he'll stop. So I tell Jason all the time, like, if you can't master taking out the trash, you can master training dogs. Like, he
That's
is the
right.
next dog whisperer. He reminds
Yeah.
me so much of Caesar Milan, and I don't know if a lot of people if y'all don't know who that is. A lot of people do. Some people don't. He is a dog who will, or he is a dog. He is a man that rehabilitates your dogs, whether it's a pit bull, a Pekingese, a Chihuahua, a Maltese. So,
Mm-hmm.
he will make it work and he will fix their behavior for you. And
Right.
that's something that Jason is very good at.
Good at right. So my next one is a Rottweiler. They're powerful, a protector. They're loyal. The next one is a Weimaraner. That's what Riggs is, my grand doggy. Never cared for Weimaraners till Brittany got him, and I
He's
fell in
not a
love with him.
lab.
He's a mix between a Weimaraner and a Lab, but he's
Oh.
75% Weimaraner.
Now that you said it, I see that because he's got like that kind of long, slanky neck.
Yeah,
And I noticed when I met Riggs, I was like, he's got a kind
and
of
then big
long.
long ears. You know how Weimaraners have the long
Yeah, because
ears.
he's
Yeah,
like Charlie's got floppy ears, but Riggs has got huge floppy ears. I had
yeah,
no idea. I had no
yeah.
idea.
But the Weimaraners are friendly and they're pretty obedient. And my next one be a Cane Corso. They're smart, trainable, and very noble kind of dogs.
Oh,
But that would be five. One, two, three. Yeah, that would be my top five of
um.
my top 10.
Well, I didn't do a top 10 because I'm picky when it comes to dogs.
Okay.
Um, not I love dogs. Like that's my favorite pet, my favorite animal. I love dogs. I am a hardcore dog advocate.
Right.
I don't believe in having outdoor dogs. I did that when we were, little growing up, but back
Yeah.
then that's just what they did. I would
Yeah.
never ever get a dog and put it outside.
Me
Um,
either.
but I love all dogs, but for me, I just have like a handful of favorites, which will be a pit bull, a Maltipoo, a lab slash golden retriever,
Uh huh.
um, a corgi, a chow, and at one point I loved the little white Westie dogs.
Uh huh. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and me and my mom before she passed away, that was the dog we were gonna get together. But we saw all the trouble they have with their ears. They have
Yeah.
so much trouble. And
Yeah.
that's why I think Mama would have loved Gracie because she's the white dog and she's little and whatnot. But those are just dogs that I like, and I love the pit bull because a lot of people don't know, but back in the day, they were nanny dogs. They
Mm-hmm.
would watch your baby, not eat them and tear them to shreds, and they
Yeah.
would protect them. So
Yeah.
when Bridget said, they're protectors and they're lap dogs, and
Yeah.
they're just a big, huge teddy bear and a baby themselves, a pit bull is all in how you raise it. If you raise it to be mean and to fight
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, well, damn it, that's what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
But if you got a pit bull, from a puppy and you good to it and all that, they're gonna be a good dog.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, so and then like with the lab and the golden lab, I like those because we grew up with nothing but labs and chows, and
Yeah.
so labs have a really special place in my heart. But again, they're a family dog. There's no
Yeah.
aggression and stuff like that. So that's kind of the breeds that I go for. And I'm sure there's tons more out there like the ones I've named. But
Right.
I don't have a top 10. I just pretty much had a top 5 because that's just
About
pretty
all
much
you
the
and
dogs
on.
on it. Yeah.
Well, then my next five would be a Great Dane, a German short-haired pointer, a Golden Retriever, a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and my last one. I think you would like this one. Any mixed breed dogs. I like mixed breed dogs.
I do too. Half the
Yeah.
dogs we had growing up were mutts.
Yeah.
We
I
didn't know
like
what they were.
but they'll tell you that mixed breed dogs are oftentimes a lot more healthy because they take the positives from each breed. Like when
Mm.
and like let's say a pit bull is predispositioned to have allergies. Well, your mixed breed might throw that bad trait out but pick up the good one. So a lot of mixed breed dogs turn out to be really, really good dogs. So when
You
people are
know,
go ahead.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying when people, kind of discount a mixed breed dog, you shouldn't
Yeah,
because they're great dogs.
they are. And I'm going to tell you what, and I may have told you this, but of course, our podcast people don't know. But Bailey
Hmm.
was a lab slash golden retriever. And I
Okay.
got papers on her. She was registered that way. And the guy that I got Bailey from, what his brother did, his brother took and breeded a lab and a golden retriever because that cut down on their hip dysplasia
Yes.
and their
Yeah.
joint problems.
Yeah.
And Bailey, she lived to be 14. That's a
Right.
long time for a lab,
Hmm.
especially as she was 120 pounds. She was like a miniature damn pony in this house. When she
Yeah.
laid in the middle of the floor, she took up the whole damn floor.
Yeah.
But I noticed as she got older, she had trouble walking, but it was only on hardwood floors. But she didn't really have any trouble with her hips
Hmm.
and her joints. And I'm grateful for that because that's usually one of the first things they get when they get
Yeah.
that old.
Yeah.
And she didn't have that. So
Yeah.
you're right about that mix. And I hope nobody took offense to me saying mutts. I don't mean it in a bad way. I was just being funny, but mixed breed mutts, whatever you want to call them, we've had
Oh
many of
yeah.
them growing up.
We called them that. We called them Heinz 57 dogs. You know what I'm saying? Because they'd have
Heinz
like 56.
57.
Yeah, because they'd have like a mutt, might have 50, 60 different breeds in it. You know what I'm saying? So we call them Heinz
Oh,
57 dogs.
oh, that's
But you
cute.
like that?
I do. I've never heard that.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. So for you, would you say you're more of a large dog, a medium dog, or a small dog person?
Okay, so growing up, we've always had kind of largish,
Mm-hmm.
medium sized dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Gracie is the first small dog I've ever had.
Mm-hmm. And she's
I've
so
always
cute.
shut up. I've always wanted a little dog, but I worried about the yapping and the ankle biting and all that. But I always wanted just a little dog, but I wanted a cute dog and a
Yeah.
fluffy dog, which is why I chose her. But my entire life has always been largest slash medium dogs. She's my first small one.
Small.
You are a
Mine's
big breed person, though.
I'm a big breed dog. But I didn't know that for a long time. I owned Chihuahuas and Yorkies,
Girl, I
and
cannot picture you owning
I did.
Chihuahuas and Yorkies.
That's
I can't picture it.
that's about all I ever owned till Ruger. Well, now I can't say that. When I was young, we owned three labs, and my
Uh,
daddy named them Happy, Satisfaction, and Sunshine. Those were their
oh,
names.
we had a German Shepherd when I was little, and his name was Sunshine.
Really?
Yes, and we
Oh.
also had an Alaskan Husky, and his name
Mhm.
was Bullet. And
Mhm.
then we had a chow named Augie. We had a bunch of labs. There was Champ, Lady, um, Sadie was a chow. I think
Mhm.
yeah, we only had two chows growing up, which was Augie and Sadie, and then everything else was labs, and then before that was the Alaskan Husky and the German
Right.
Shepherd. Yeah.
And I'm like you. I think if you own dogs, you should keep them inside with you because they want to be with you. But like I said, some people they don't believe that way, but I definitely do. But y'all, no matter what dog you get, you know what I'm saying.
Just
Be
love it.
be good to it. Be good to it
Yeah.
because dogs are your best friend. Whether you decide to get you one of them little ugly Maltese dogs or whether you decide to
Right.
get you a nice little pit bull. I'm kidding. I'm really just teasing with you.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but whatever you decide to get, make sure you love it, you take care of it, and you do right by it because dogs are the best thing you'll ever have. And
They
anything else
really
you want to
become your
add?
best friend.
They
I mean, they do.
do.
I will tell you, I am shocked that we're not shocked, but I would never get a Great Dane, and
Really?
yeah, because I don't live at 6 to 7 years,
I know.
and I don't think they're pretty dogs, though, in my opinion. So that's
Hmm.
not why I wouldn't get one, but again, it will be the life expectancy because Jason is damn and determined that we getting a bull mastiff.
Mm.
And I'm like, there's no way in hell we can have a bull mastiff in this house. Like,
Mhm.
what's the one dog? Beethoven. What is he called?
He's a
Um,
ain't he a Saint Bernard?
Saint Bernard. I
Yeah.
used to always want a Saint Bernard until my cousin got one,
Mhm.
Chloe. But God, I love Chloe. She was so sweet. She was a gorgeous dog. But when
Mhm.
Bobby Joe told me how much she ate,
Mhm.
oh my God, and they get so hot,
Big.
like you
Oh, the
have to
hot, yeah.
keep it cool. But
Yeah.
she was a gorgeous dog though. She was so sweet. No, she wasn't temperamental at all. Like, oh my God, that was
Well,
I
Ruger,
love
he's
her.
got Great Dane in him.
Ruger does.
Mhm. Yeah.
Really?
Ruger is 75% American Staffordshire Terrier. See, we had the DNA test done on him, me and Brittany
Yeah.
both. So he's 75% American Staffordshire Terrier. He's about 12% Great Dane, and the rest of it I think is Lab and Shetland Shepherd. He's got about
Damn.
four different breeds, and he's a Heinz 57 dog.
He's a Heinz 57. You to look at
Yeah.
it though, you wouldn't tell. Jason, growing up when he was little, they had a Rottweiler and her name
Mhm.
was Roxy. We got her
Mhm.
ashes here. She
Mhm.
was cremated. And Jason was like, you don't understand. He was like, that dog was like a sister to me. And I was
Oh.
like, ah. And he loved her. He loved Roxy. And then that was the only dog he had. Well, he had that dog growing up. And then he got a lab, a chocolate lab. And I think he named it Coco, and it was his hunting dog.
Mhm.
And then the first dog that he got while we were together, well, we got Bailey. We got Bailey when she was 5 weeks old. And
Mhm.
then Rocky, our pit bull, he just
Mhm.
showed up in our yard. He was just laying out there chilling. And you could tell he had been out on the streets for a while. He had spurs
Oh.
in him. You could see his bones. I thought he was a bulldog. So I was
Oh.
sitting there showing him away, and then I'd tell him to come back, and I'd show him away and tell him to come back. And I went inside. And I was like, Jason, come outside. There's a bulldog out here. He's like, baby,
Mhm.
that's not a bulldog. It's a pit bull. And he called him up to the porch. Most humblest pit bull I've ever met in my
Oh.
entire life. Whoever had this
Bless
dog missed out on an amazing. We have people offering us thousands of dollars to buy
for
this
him.
dog.
Mhm.
No aggression. He barked one time. One time we had him, and we were walking him, and there was
Mhm.
a dead snake right in
Mhm.
front of us, and he wouldn't let
Mhm.
us walk past it. He was barking at the dead snake.
Mhm.
We could not get him to bark. He knew to lay down. Jason could say bang, and he'd play dead.
Mhm.
Like, just best pit bull I've ever met. And I love pit bulls, but I won't get another pit bull, even though I got it on my list, because Rocky has ruined me.
Uh-huh.
And I know if I get another pit bull, I want it to be exactly
Like,
like him, and I'm not gonna
oh,
find.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
y'all. Well, I think that wraps us up for today. Those are the dogs we would and would not own. Y'all make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Holly, I'll let you take us out.
y'all, just let you know we are working on 3 new series that we need y'all's help with. We're doing an advice column, Ask Bridget and Holly. We're doing one where you can tell us your deepest, darkest secrets, your confessions. You will remain anonymous. We will not tell who you are. We'll air it on the show. And we are doing one called is it Solve the
Settle the argument.
Settle the argument. Settle the
Yeah.
argument. So if you having like if you're arguing with your daughter and you want to know mine and Bridget's opinion and us help you settle this argument, or if you're having a fight with your husband or your sister, or
Mm-hmm.
your aunt, your uncle, your mom, your dad, y'all hit us up. Hit our email, Bridget and Holly at gmail.com. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't forget to follow us on any podcast station that you listen to your podcast on.
That's it. Thank you, y'all.
Good night.
Bye.